Both these statements are actually true depending on how you are using them. To make my point, I'm going to quote from the book Indaba My Children. The chapter is The Spirit of Number. I'll also quote from the Bible, and I'll also use the knowledge of the Greeks. The Bantu regard the number one as the holiest of all. It represents the combining of all created things, the oneness or the whole, which is God. It is an absolute number, and it has no rival. It is also the symbol of freedom, thus the salute with only the thumb projecting from a closed fist. Ubaba, peace and love unto the ancestor, he says the number one is the combining of all created things. It is the whole. The word holy and the word whole is the same thing. It is whole, it is stable. It cannot be added unto, it cannot be multiplied from, subtracted, or divided. Iphelele, it is perfect. And he says it is God. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. What I'm really interested in, however, is verse 3, which says, "And God said, let there be light, and there was light." And then let's also quickly go into John 1, verse 1. "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind," or the light of all creation. Now, I want you to take the light, let there be light, of Genesis verse 1, and the word which is light, I want you to put it into one basket. I also want you to add the number 1 there. We said 1 represents ubunkulunkulu, the all, the togetherness, the coming together of all things. And as we've read from the verses, the all things is the word. It is that let there be light moment, that candescent light, or what we would call in Kemetic philosophy, the manifestation or the coming forth of Ra from the primordial waters. That is number 1, the source of everything, including number. The Greeks, they called this the monad, and interestingly enough, the symbol they gave for the monad is the symbol of the sun, the source of all created things on the earth. So we can also add there the sun. We are talking symbols. We are talking here number. We are using number to express principles that are beyond the 5 senses, principles ezisemfihlakaleni, using the number 1. Let's go back to Babu Mutwa Indaba My Children, page 678, the spirit of number. Bantu all along have been familiar with figures. Please pay careful attention, with figures up to and beyond 1,000,000, and often indulged in simple arithmetic, but they have never felt the need to record number with symbols. And even today, figures cannot be represented in Bantu writing other than by means of simple, straightforward lines. Baba is saying we have never seen the need to express number in figure, which brings me to this point now. There is something called number, and then there is something called figure, or the numeral. Now, in the context of the world we are living in, number and numeral, and what do I mean by numeral? Numeral, as you would see the Roman numerals, or the numbers that we are currently using, 1, 2, 3. Those are figures. Now, those figures, numerals, and number, even though we use them interchangeably, fundamentally, they are not one and the same thing. What do I mean by this? In relation to number, as we've already highlighted, number one is the whole. The Greeks, they put their intellect. One is the sum of all potentiality. Ubabumuthwa uthi it is God, the holiest number. It represents the whole. That is number. Now, when you take number one or everything and multiply it by everything, the answer cannot be anything else besides the everything. There is nothing outside of the all to multiply with. And so, in this regard, 1 times 1 can only give you 1. Everything times everything can only give you 1 everything. The word multiplied by the word can only give us the word. However, when we take this into numerals using figures to do day-to-day arithmetic, say we're counting apples. 1 apple multiplied by another apple cannot be 1 apple. Why? We have 2 apples. We started out with 2 apples, and so the answer cannot be 1, because numerals deal with number expressed in form, number expressed spatially, geometrically. This is the clothing that we put on number to express things physically or phenomenally. And so, with these 2 instances, 1 times 1 equals 1 and 1 times 1 equals 2. According to numeral, it equals 2. But according to number, it equals 1. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And please, before you get into the comment section with bizarre questions, just play this video over and start it from the beginning. If you have questions, comment section. And please do like, hit the subscribe button and share the video.